Hey guys, what's going on? This is John, Games3D1. Welcome to my 3D channel. Throw on some 3D glasses here, and we're going to watch the Portland Retro Gaming Expo recap. This is September 29th through 30th, 2012. 3,000 people attended this expo. It was pretty big, and there was this Atari Age that was here. They had Tempest 2000 for the 5200, the Halo 2600 as well that was there. A lot of great stuff, a lot of vendors. This is held in downtown Portland, the convention center. They had systems from obviously the GameCube to even the Hyperscan. Some great games. I had a blast. It was an amazing weekend. I can't wait till next time. Here are some more games here coming up. Bins. This is the Recycled Gamer. This is Chuck. He actually is one of the guys who helped spearheads the expo, and this is his booth. Everything by Sunday was pretty much gone at his booth. That's a steering wheel for the Vectrex, which was really cool. And there was actually an arcade section in the very back. I'll do a separate video on that. This booth was cool because they had a lot of retro 80s stuff too. They had, Miss Pac-Man, or they had Pac-Man memorabilia, lunchboxes, stuff like that. Cool posters. They had games from Game Gear games to Genesis games. PlayStation 1 games. That's like, I think, old Apple games as well. Here's some box NES games as well, which is cool. Great posters. This is another cool vendor. He had a lot of cool, this particular vendor had a lot of cool import PAL stuff. Some clone stuff I've never heard of, like the Video Play, the Saba. All the stuff was in box too, which is really cool. Game right there on the top shelf is called Astrogrover right there. It's called Astrogrover. Game was found, it's for the 5200. It was a prototype game found at Goodwill of all places. And the guy ended up making 50 copies of it and sold it only at this Portland Retro Gaming Expo. I got 15 and 50. There's my buddy Jason Heine. What's up, Jason? Good friend of mine. We had the Allgengamers panel. It was a blast. Random coffee mug there sitting there. I don't think that's belongs there, but a bunch of 5800 games boxed. Panasonic 3DO box, which is neat. So they had a good variety. As you can see, they had a good variety of different games. This is cool too because they also had a whole bunch of cool classic PCs, including classic Apples, Commodore 64s, Amigas even. But this is cool. Apple IICs. It's an old Mac. I remember learning typing on those back in the day. Played Oregon Trail, all that good stuff. There's another 3DO. GameCube. This is Cheetah Man 2 Project. It's a game that was, I think, unreleased for the NES. I'm not quite sure, but they're trying to release it for the NES. Big Kickstarter campaign that they successfully did there to make that happen, so that's cool. They were there promoting it. A lot of Tiger handheld games. Look at all these Tiger handheld games. Some of them were for anywhere from $1. Some were like 15 or more. Kind of depends on the game. And I remember playing Tiger games a lot growing up. Those old LCD games. Not very fun looking back on it, but I played them a lot for some reason. More Genesis. That's like 32X games possibly. Making an exchange happen there. Old cheap NES games, a lot of Coleco, Commodore 64, stuff like that. This is Hyperkin's booth. They got the Superboy there, the portable Super Nintendo. They had a Game Genie for the PlayStation 3. Yes, a Game Genie for PlayStation 3. I'll do a review on that shortly. Their vendor here is selling some stuff. Got a plush doll, stuff like that, memorabilia, which is great. A lot of variety of stuff. They had some artwork, games, anything get retro related they had. Figurines included. This is Mel, the Office Gamer Girl, a good friend of mine. She's from Phoenix area. She has a lot of this cool bead art. This group does a great job. She travels a lot of these expos as well and sell stuff. She's got amazing talent to do that. The guy right there, I just passed quickly, he actually printed off posters, selling those. This is really unique booth because this is a Commodore 64 guy, and he sells a lot of boxes. There's a box Commodore 64. He had a cart that had like 100 games in one, which is really cool. By the end of the day Sunday, the place was pretty much cleared out. Pretty amazing. Same with this booth. This booth is always packed too in the back. A lot of, they had them in sleeves, a lot of Game Boy Advance games in sleeves. This booth was tucked in the back as well. This guy was cool. He did something very unique with the games. He had clamshells there, and he like reprinted the covers, cases. Here's some box games he had too. That's another thing. I was amazed at how many box games they had. There's some Saturn games real quick. TurboGrafx 16 games. Adam's Family there. Genesis, of course. Dreamcast, Game Boy, 3DO. You name it, they had it. There's Rob the Robot. A lot of these vendors were from the Portland, Washington area, but many of them were from all over the country. There's the Power Glove, some joysticks. More box games, as we alluded to before, a ton of them. N64 box. There's Mario Paint box. It's a big box, Mario Paint. Classic 1990s era PC games. Some more vendors. It's a lot of PS2 games, Xbox games, which I don't really consider them retro. I guess it's kind of debatable if they are or not. There's Atari Lynx box. Love the Lynx. This was actually my first handheld I had it before the Game Boy. They have an area where you can actually test games too, which is really neat. That was a kind of a cool thing. I had a great time at this convention. It was a blast. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing as always. We'll see you soon. Take care.